Hi folks, welcome to a very west of Scotland winter's day in the Highlands. I'm out today for a couple of reasons. Mostly I'm coming up to fetch my wildlife camera, which has been in the woods since the end of November, so getting on for 6 or 7 weeks now. And secondly, because it's my birthday, or actually it was my birthday yesterday, but it was too dark by the time we arrived here to come and record this, so coming out and doing this today. And because it's my birthday, I actually thought that you viewers should have a birthday present from me, and that's going to be a print giveaway, and I will talk a little bit more about that later on. So let's go fetch the wildlife camera, and then if there's any let up in this weather, might also try and cook something up on the twig stove. And I've got my 500 PF lens on the Z7 in all its waterproof gear, and with a bit of luck might even see some deer today. And if not, I was here a week ago and I got some really nice photos then, so I'll share those. So, let's get the wildlife camera. Hey, that was nice. Those stags have really got the right idea though, being in that little sheltered kind of hollow. I'm really looking forward to being in the woods in a few minutes, because out here it's just really blowy and quite cold. But it's still absolutely gorgeous here. I mean, I can't complain at all. I mean, getting wet, but what does it matter? It's a lovely, lovely place, this. I didn't really get any photos of those stags there, but I was actually in this same area just over a week ago for New Year's, and we stayed in the same hut as I stayed in last night, and saw the last sunset of 2019 from the top of a mountain, which was absolutely awesome. It was a stunning day. Absolutely amazing. But anyway, the day after, I did see a really nice group of stags and got some good pictures of them, so I'll share them now and I'll scurry off into the woods. Made it to the relative shelter of the woods. Much, much nicer in here. Oh yeah. It's unseasonably warm, and it really doesn't feel like the right kind of weather for the 11th of January, which it is today. There's hardly any snow on the mountains at all. Even when we were up at well over 1,000 metres about a week ago, there was just hardly any snow up there. There's a bit of ice, so it was obviously dropping below zero at night, but absolutely kind of crazy for this time of year. Anyway, in these woods now, and going to find my way around to where the wildlife camera is. And it's actually the location where I collected the wildlife camera in the first vlog that I made for this channel, kind of in late 2018. And it's an old stump where I've drilled a load of holes and I've put peanut butter and jam in there. And well, that time I got some really nice footage of pine martens and badgers, as well as, you know, rodents and some passing deer, and I think there was even a glimpse of a fox in that one. So yeah, it's quite a good place. There's lots of wildlife in this particular area, and so yeah, I'm pretty hopeful there'll be something on there, but better go and grab it, because in this gloomy weather it's going to get dark even earlier than it would anyway, and obviously in early January that's already pretty early, so really should get on with it. That's why I'm talking to camera while walking along rather than sort of stopping somewhere and trying to you know, set that shot up a little bit better, so kind of run and gun style a bit more. Probably means there's all sorts of horrible scritchy noises on the microphone and my clothing, so I apologise if that's the case. But, right, to the camera. Found something pretty interesting. Have a look at this. You turn the camera around. I don't know if this is going to work all that well because it is dark, but that, I am pretty sure that is pine marten poo on the track. Wildlife camera is in these woods here, and we'll go in and fetch it. It'll be really gloomy in there, but I'll try and record it and we'll see if it works. Let's flip the camera around. Yeah, here we go. Into the gloomy woods. Probably there's absolutely nothing showing on the Osmo Pocket right now at all, and if it is, it's probably grainy and horrendous, but hey ho, it's not far in here. We'll go and have a look. Here we are. Bit of a clearing at least, I think. Something showing at least here. And here are the stumps, and there's no evidence of any peanut butter or anything being left on them. And here is the wildlife camera. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, definitely some pine marten footage on here. And the badger's been as well. Right, this is good. It's dark in here. I'm probably talking to an entirely blank screen on the video, so there's probably no point in doing this here at all. I'm just going to grab the camera and go back out of the woods where there's a little bit more light. Right, so I've lost the light. I've faffed around too long, getting here, wandering around, getting the wildlife camera, and because it's so gloomy, it's got dark even earlier than I was expecting it to. So yeah, it's not really possible for me to kind of continue making this video now. The cooking on the twig stove and talking about giving away a print, that is all going to have to wait. And I think the way to do it is I'm just going to stop recording now. I'm going to go back to the hut, have a nice cup of tea, warm up, dry my kit, and I'll just pick up the video tomorrow, come out to the woods and just do a bit of cooking and talk to camera, and obviously if there's any wildlife around I'll have my 500mm PF lens, because the portability of that lens is exactly the reason for having it. So if there is anything to see, I can just pick that up and take pictures. So I'll have that. But yeah, rather than try and rush things now and try and record things by LED light, this thing that's shining on me now, I'm just going to record it tomorrow, because it's just going to be easier. It'll probably be better content by the time it comes to you on YouTube if I'm not rushing around trying to do it. So talk to you tomorrow. Later that night, we looked out of the hut to find that the weather had started to clear, and as it had been a full moon the night before, the countryside was bathed in absolutely glorious moonlight. I really couldn't resist popping out and taking a couple of long exposure photos because it was absolutely phenomenal. Oh wow, what a transformation. The wind drops, the sky's cleared a bit, and it has snowed overnight. It's absolutely glorious here. Oh, so nice. Right, so I've just got out of the hut, and I think we should continue the video where I left off yesterday, and go to the woods and cook something on the twig stove and have a little chat about this print competition I want to give, print giveaway. Right, so I've got the twig stove on now and making up a little bit of coffee, and I think cooking anything more than coffee on here is going to be pretty ambitious today, given that everything that I'd burn in this twig stove is sopping wet. the fact that it's going at all is really quite impressive. I thought it probably wasn't going to go, but yeah, it's actually burning quite nicely in there just now. But yeah, it's gone a bit darker now, and I suspect it's about to either rain or snow some more. But we'll see what the weather does. It's been so changeable. I mean, just yesterday I was complaining about the complete lack of snow and the complete lack of winter conditions, and here it is. The winter arrived overnight. So let's wait for the smoke to go somewhere else. Yeah, that's the problem with this kind of squally weather, is that if you sit anywhere near something that's on fire, the smoke's going to come to you eventually. There's no good place to sit where the smoke isn't going to get you. So I wanted to talk about two bits of equipment, actually. Well, yesterday, and then of course ran out of time to record that video in the light. And one of them, I'm wearing it. This thing, which is a Swazi smock, which I got as a excellent Christmas present from my parents, and birthday present, because it was my birthday 2 days ago. Absolutely amazing thing. It's really waterproof, really windproof. It's nice and long, so kind of keeps you dry and out of the wind. It's got really good big deep hood, so you can hide under here. The fabric's quite quiet, it doesn't rustle too much. And yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant. It was absolutely chucking down with rain yesterday when I was recording, and the day before when we were walking all our stuff into the hut, and I was bone dry in this, and that's not been true of my old jacket for a very long time, really. So yeah, very impressive piece of kit, very pleased with it. Ooh, more twigs in that. I want it to go out. Goes out, it's all over. Larch twigs are annoying because they keep trying to take my twig stove apart. They've got all these little knobbles on them. And the other bit of kit, which I've been eyeing up for a long time, is on the side of my rucksack here, and it's one of these Peak Design capture clips. And it's absolutely amazing. It sits on your rucksack strap. Now, I don't stick my main camera on that. What it's for me, is for carrying the Osmo Pocket, which I'm filming on now, so I can't show you it clipping onto here. But it's great because I can just have it on here, and when I want to film something with the Osmo Pocket, I just unclip it, use it, put it back. Whereas it's such a sort of unwieldy shape, especially once I've attached a microphone attachment to it. It's not something you can put in a pocket because something comes apart or it gets damaged. Oh. Interrupting my filming, smoke. Yeah, I have it. So yeah, Peak Design capture clip. I'm just really impressed. I've already been using a slide strap from Peak Design for about a year now, and that's really impressive too. So they seem to be the business, these guys. So yeah, it's good stuff. So I feel I really ought to do a little shout out to John Barras, who was the guy that came up to watch red deer with me in the autumn. He and I did go out looking for short-eared owls in the very end of December, the day after Boxing Day, and we went out to the northeast coast of England near Newcastle. And unfortunately, we didn't see any short-eared owls, and it was a very grey day and we didn't really see anything. So having just released the vlog where I went to the Cairngorms and didn't find any ptarmigan, I just didn't feel that I could release another vlog where we didn't really see any wildlife. But the reason I'm talking about it now is that that's not to detract from the fact that we had a really nice day out, and it was really good to go and visit him and sort of see some of his kind of local haunts where he goes and does his wildlife photography. So yeah, thanks very, very much for the invite, John, and as you know, welcome to head up here anytime and we'll organise some trips for 2020. Right, so the kettle's boiling finally. Let's get some coffee in here. Looking forward to this. Nice cup of coffee in the woods on a snowy morning in the Highlands. It's going to be good. Let's see how we get on if I just pause on this. Ooh. Oh, that's good. That's really good. So, print giveaway. How am I going to do this? Since it was my birthday a couple of days ago now, I wanted to do a print giveaway on the channel, and I thought probably the best way to do this is if you want one of the prints from my website at www.tapyourpics.com. There's a link in the description of the video. If you want one of those, have a look in the print portfolio, pick one that you would like, and then leave a comment on this video telling me which print you'd like, and I will pick one at random at the end of January. So with a bit of luck, I'll get this video uploaded in about a week, and then there'll be about 2 weeks to the end of January for you to get those comments in, and then I'll simply pick one at random and announce in the next video who's won the print and organise how to send it to you. Now, when that next video comes out is a little bit unclear because also at the end of January I'm going to be moving house, and so there's going to be all sorts of packing and organisation going on, and of course, the desk with the computer where I edit these videos is going to have to be packed up, moved to a new location, rebuilt, and ahead of things like sofas and things to cook with in the kitchen and beds to sleep in, it is of a somewhat lower priority, so it might be a little while before the next video comes out, but I'll try and keep you posted on sort of other social media as to what wildlife photography and sort of videography activities I managed to get up to in between, even if I'm not putting out videos on the channel. But yeah, I shall finish the video now. I shall enjoy my coffee here in the woods. It's really lovely. The sun's coming out as well now. It's going to be really, really good. I'm going to go back to the hut, meet up with the others, have some breakfast, and I expect we'll go for a walk and enjoy some of this snow. So I'll finish the video with footage from the wildlife camera. I've got very high hopes of pine marten and badgers on there because I saw a glimpse of those already when I was looking at it yesterday in the woods, and there might be other exciting things there too. So that'll come up next. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a hodgepodge of different things, but I wanted to record something this weekend while I was out for my birthday, especially as the house move's coming up and the chances of me getting out and recording kind of more coherent vlogs is going to be pretty low for the next, well, few months, I guess. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Leave a comment if you enjoyed it, or indeed if you want a print. Like it, share it, and if you are not a subscriber to the channel, please consider subscribing and joining this little community that we're starting to build. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. See you on the next one. you.